What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I want to talk about something that I've seen sparked a couple of debates. And that's recently the community has been discussing, and this is kind of like a thing that always comes back. Does NRS actually listen to the community? And I wanted to weigh in on what I think about that personally. Now, I feel like when it came to let's go in order here. In Mortal Kombat 10, they listened to the community a lot. So much to the point where I feel like they think they did a little too much. So when MK11 came around, they did not care about the community at all. They did not give a singular crap what the community wanted, and it showed. I'll never forget the biggest moment when I realized that NRS didn't care. And a lot of people don't know about this, and I can't believe it's not talked about more because I feel like a community with like a tenured competitive scene, if this happened to them, it would be talked about all the time. I never forget in MK11 there was a LCQ, last chance qualifier, and this was around COVID era, and there were people landing for the tournament, and I'm not kidding. Literally, as people were landing to go participate in the tournament was canceled due to COVID. Now, I know when it comes to MK11, people like to make a lot of COVID excuses and a lot of COVID comparisons to the game, but that showed me right there that they really did not care. There is no reason they could have, there's no reason that they should have canceled at the last second. COVID was ongoing, rampant at that point, and everyone knew the risk, even them. So to decide at the very last second, as people were landing to compete in your tournament, that oh well, we're not doing the tournament anymore because of COVID. I think that was ridiculous, and I think that they should have refunded people for their flights. I think they should have did something, but I mean, the community made the most of it. They got like a place and they played together before they had to go, but it was just really stupid in my opinion. Now we fast forward to MK1, and I think we're in a middle ground right now with how they treat the community. In my opinion, I feel like they don't really listen, but I don't feel like they completely ignore everything as well. I feel like I said, we're in some type of middle ground now. What people don't realize, and I hate that I have to explain this all the time because it's so obvious. Let me make a comparison. Let's say somebody tells you that they're going to do something, right? And they do it. So you, in return, you reward that person because they did something and you got what you expected. So, but there's no way for you to truly know if that person's going to do it again. And I feel like that's the case with the whole Mortal Kombat 10, 11, and 1 like thing. What I'm trying to say is Mortal Kombat 10 was a lot of players' favorite amongst them, me included. So the success of MK11, it had COVID era where people were staying at home a lot, and it did good off of the success of MK10. People like to crap on MK1 all the time, talking about its sales and everything, but this is a legacy company, and they did so well with MK11 because so many people loved Mortal Kombat 10. They did. Fast forward to Mortal Kombat 1, it did not sell as well. That's because people did not trust NRS anymore after Mortal Kombat 11. There are so many people that actually weren't there for that era, but people despised Mortal Kombat 11. But now that people don't like MK1 as well, we're doing the revisionist history thing where people act like MK11 was so beloved and this, that, and the other. No, people hated MK11, and I was people. That game was absolutely terrible, in my opinion. Now, I feel like they handled a lot of things with Mortal Kombat 1 in the wrong way, but overall, I do feel like it is a good game, but I just still think it was handled wrong and they did not make a lot of good decisions But overall, it's still a good game. Mortal Kombat 11 was a lackluster content-wise game, and it was just a bad game. So with that being said, we are at a point now where NRS is kind of forced to do something different. Whether that is listening, whether that is, doing a new IP until they regain the trust back, because we're at a point where NRS has to get the trust of the community back. Because the DLC, the Chaos Reigns, did not sell well. And it was actually historic how bad it did. So they know now that they cannot keep playing around with the community anymore. I would usually always say that, NRS, they can do whatever they want, really, because the Mortal Kombat game is still going to sell well, which is still true, but there's a little asterisk to that now. Now, they actually have to try some, because selling that low with them already losing the trust of the community is a actual big deal. And do I feel like they're trying? A little bit. I'm thinking about it as I go, because again, it's a debate in the community right now. I think that they try a little bit, but it's not enough. And if they really don't get it together, they are going to ruin the legacy that they created so far. Because I realized something with the last video I made. NRS, they want to do whatever they want, and they're going to sell okay no matter what. But NRS is trying to do something that its community doesn't want. Now, do I think the community's right on this? Not really, but it doesn't change the fact that it's what the people want. And what the people say, the customer is always right. The NRS community doesn't want any more, what's the word? I would usually say like an asterisk by the games, but they don't want any more creativity. They don't. People want a 1v1 fight. That's what the NRS community wants. Do I think it is, good or healthy for the NRS community to be so obsessed over a one-on-one fighter when the innovation right now and what the fighting game community is moving to right now, which is team fighters? Do I think it's a little too much that the NRS community is really, really bent on wanting a 1v1 fighter with nothing else? I do think it's a little silly, but it doesn't change the fact that that's what the community wants. Community, they want to pick their character and not have to pick variations. The community wants to pick their character and not pick a tag team fighter, a cameo. That's what the community wants right now. And with that being said, that's not what's happening in the community. Tag fighters are at its most popular now. 2006 is going to be full with nothing but tag fighters. Nothing but it. So NRS keeps trying to be new and innovative. I don't know if I said that right, but they're trying to be new and keep with the times while being innovative. That's how you say it. But they don't have to do that right now. All they have to do right now is get the trust of the community back. Then they can start doing what they want again. But the trust is gone now, because while them trying to do what they want, they keep delivering half-baked products over and over and over again. So, no, I should say, over and over again. But at this point, my final verdict on it is I do think they listen a little bit better than they did with MK11, but it's still not enough with how much trust that they have broken. They have flat out lied to the community multiple times with saying they're going to support the game for years and then going back on it. They constantly ignore big problems with the game and just put band-aids over it little by little till it gets better, realizing they don't have time to do that with them telling their original lie, because the game is not going to be supported for as long. They can't afford to just put little band-aids. They need to make big changes. But yeah, that's my final verdict on it. I don't really think they listen all that well, but they do try a little bit more now. But now they really don't have a choice with how this game performed. They have to start picking it up. So I expect the next NRS game, they're going to have some heavy hitters on it. They're going to have to do a lot. And that's actually what my next video is going to be about. What I want it to be about, but I still got to be sure. I want to talk about what I think they're going to have to do in the next game to earn the trust of the community back. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord and all that good stuff. And Nickopz out.